Ever read a post and thought, OMG, that's me? Like, how did this person just crawl into my brain and put thoughts into words? Yeah, that's the kind of content that your future clients are looking for. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to write it. I'll break it down for you. Number one, why is this matter for coaches? And actually, you don't need better content, you need better connection. All right, if you are new to me, I'm Michelle, and I am a visibility marketing coach and speaker success coach. I help female coaches to build a business that they love to waking up to without feeling like they have to chase and sell. Now, today we're going to talk about how do you create content that allow you to connect with your dream client without feeling like, that just doesn't sound like me. Those of you who's been following me and keep coming back watching the video, I want you to go ahead and click on that subscribe button because there's 95% of you who keep coming back to the channel but have not subscribed yet. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and this way you don't miss out any of the future episode that I put out. So today we're going to talk about how do you create not just better content, but content that allow you to connect with your potential dream client so that it sounds more like you. Here's a little quick flashback when I first started out in this coaching business. Back when I first started, I thought content should sound smart because when you look at all the content that's out there, a lot of the advice that you receive is about creating value, giving value. And when I hear the word value, I'm thinking more tips, more strategies, and more inspiration that actually just sound like everybody else. So I quickly learned that is not the way to grow, and that is definitely not the way to connect with your dream client who are going around on social and looking for your help. The reality is when you are creating content, you're not just creating some type of content and broadcasting it out. You want to let that piece of content to become the connection point where when someone come across that videos or that blog post that you put out there, people are actually sitting down and thinking, oh my goodness, this girl got into my head and know exactly what I'm talking about. The good news is this is something that can be taught and this is something that can be learned. And I learned it the hard way, so I am here to share with you what would be that easy way to create content that would allow you to make that connection. So you might be sitting there and wondering, okay, Michelle, so what changed? Well, what changed for me was I realized that no matter how many posts I put out, and you can go to my Instagram at Elevate Life Coach, and you can actually scroll back to all the way to my humble beginning, where I was sharing a lot of tips, strategies, and inspirational quotes, and none of those actually got me to landing on paying clients. What changed was when I stopped producing content for me. I know a lot of coaches are out there and creating that visibility. And when you create that visibility, chances are you're thinking about your business. You want to get seen. You want your posts to get engagement. You want the likes and comment on there. You want some interaction. So what changed for me was when I realized that a lot of time when I was producing content, I was producing them for me and not so much for the people who's consuming it. That little tiny shift led me to wanting to learn more about how to write better copy. And so I started to test out things and to actually come off from a standpoint of, hey, I'm your bestie and I'm here to help you. So whatever that you need, I'm going to help you to create it. If you have a question, I go ahead and start using that as my source of inspiration to create content. That's where all my content idea comes from. So a lot of you are inside my community. And if you have not joined our community, go ahead and head over to Facebook. It's Speak to Attract on Facebook, and you can join us and we'll continue this conversation in that group. When I started to use that idea to create content that is something that my clients and my audience want to hear about, that minor shift allowed me to create better content. Now, how do I go from creating better content to have better connection? Here is a tool that I use and share with all my content marketing clients. And that tool is called an empathy map. And you're welcome to Google this, but if you do need to have the resource, I do have a copy of the free empathy map. All you have to do is just head over to my Instagram account, Elevate Life Coach, give me a follow, and send me a DM with the word empathy, and I will be happy to share that free resource with you. So essentially, what the empathy map allows you to do is it allows you to make better connection to the person that you're serving. Now, all of you probably by now have already done your niche work, your avatar work, who is your ideal perfect client. And if you have not already done so, I also have resources on that. So let me know if you need that resource. But essentially, if you have already done your niche work and you know exactly who you're trying to reach, then having this empathy map is like a magic bullet that allow you to get into their head and their mind of what they're thinking, feeling, and seeing throughout the day. And you'll be able to create a better connection through the content that you are already creating. So what exactly is an empathy map? There's 4 key questions on the empathy map that you want to go and answer and dig in terms of understanding what your potential client is going through so that you can create content that connect. What are those 4 key questions? So the 4 essential questions are, what is she thinking and feeling right now? What is she seeing and hearing every single day? And the third question is, what is she struggling silently that she was not able to tell anybody? And number 4 is, what does she deeply desire? So this question will go into the hopes and the dream. What does this person want to accomplish and where does she want to go? These are the 4 questions that you wanted to ask even before you sit down to start creating content. This tool is going to allow you to get into the mind, the feeling, and all these emotional and mental connection with your dream avatar so that every time you create a piece of content, it's going to speak to the underlying desire, hopes, and dream, and also the frustration of what this person is going through. Now, when you create content, obviously you're not going to be able to create and address to every single day. So what you do is you create different variety of the content and sprinkle throughout your year so that every time someone come and read your post, it feels like you understand them, you get them, you see them, and you are the coach they should be hiring. So again, if you need this resource, all you have to do is just head over to my Instagram at Elevate Life Coach, give me a follow, and send me a DM with the word empathy. I'll be more than happy to share that resource with you. So before I wrap up today's video, I want to share an action step with you. Yep, I'm all about taking action because visibility without action is just a waste of time. So here's your action step. I want you to think of your favorite client, the one that you would like to have 10 more of in your business. What I want you to do is I want you to go back and reflect on those 4 questions. What was she thinking, feeling? What was she seeing and hearing? And what was she struggling with silently? And what was her deep desire before she started working with you? So think of that one client. And then what I want you to do is I want you to write down 1 sentence that describe what your perfect future dream client is struggling with but hasn't said it out loud. Those 2 exercises are going to allow you to get into the mind and feeling behind your dream future client that will allow you to not just creating better content, but actually making better connection. And here's the one last action step I want you to take. I want you to turn that into a post that start with the line, you've been telling yourself that ... Once you have created and posted, I want you to tag me on my Instagram handle at Elevate Life Coach, or simply take a screenshot and drop it in the comment down below. I would love to cheer you on and perhaps even giving you some feedback in how to make it better so that you can connect with your future client with content that not just looks good and feel good, but actually will get you paying clients. And again, if you want the free resource on the empathy map, simply head over to my Instagram and drop me a word, empathy. I will send you my free empathy map. Until then, keep coaching, keep shining, and I will see you in the next episode.